What you'll need for this project is one sheet of plastic canvas, a craft needle, a pair of scissors, and 4 colors of yarn. You're going to start by cutting out 2 pieces measuring 55 squares wide by 43 squares tall. Now with one of those pieces you'll need to cut out the inside, leaving 9 squares on each side. Now you're going to thread your needle with your first color, and we're going to start with the front piece on one of the shorter sides. And you're going to stick your needle in the very last square in the first row, but don't pull it through. Then count 6 squares down and 3 squares to the left, then bring your needle up for your first stitch. You're going to need to leave about a 1-inch tail at the end, making sure to wrap your first few stitches snugly around the tail. Now count 1 square up and 1 to the right and bring your needle back down. Next, go 1 square over to the left of where you started your last stitch and bring your needle up, and then back down just above where you finished your last stitch, and then do this 2 more times. Now make 4 more stitches the exact same size as your last stitch. Now go 1 square above where you started your last stitch and bring your needle up, and then back down to the left of where you ended your last stitch, and you'll need to do this 2 more times, and these steps will create a rectangle shape. Now thread your needle with your second color and bring it up through the bottom left corner of your rectangle, then count 3 squares towards the left and pull it through for your first stitch, and you're just going to create another rectangle. Now you're going to drop the yarn and pick up the first color and thread your needle. On the back of the canvas, tuck it under the entire second rectangle and pull it out from the other side. This step is optional, but it helps to keep things nice and neat on the back side. Now again, stick your needle through the bottom left corner of your rectangle, then count 3 squares towards the left and pull it through for your first stitch and create another rectangle. Then you're going to switch colors and repeat the same steps again. Now we're going to take our frame and turn it clockwise and just create 4 more rectangles, alternating colors. And turn it clockwise again and create 4 more rectangles. And then once more to finish off your last set of rectangles. And once you've finished, turn the canvas around to the back side and tuck your needle under a few stitches, then pull tightly and cut off the excess yarn with a pair of scissors. Now thread your needle with your third color, and holding the canvas with the long side at the top, bring your needle up through the second hole from the right in the third row down. Then you're going to count 1 square up and 1 to the right and bring your needle back down. Now go 1 over to the left of where you started your last stitch and bring your needle up, and then back down just above where you finished your last stitch. Next, go just above where you started your last stitch and bring your needle up, and then back down to the left of where you finished your last stitch. And these steps will create a mini square. And you're just going to repeat this all the way around the canvas, filling in all the blank spaces, but this time don't rotate the frame as you're stitching. We want these stitches to go all in the same direction. Now it's time to do the border, and you're going to start with the inside of the frame by using an overcast stitch all the way around. And if your yarn isn't very thick like mine, you'll need to double up on your stitches. For the outside of the frame, you're going to do the same thing, but joining the other piece of canvas on 3 of the 4 sides. So holding both pieces together, start by bringing your needle up through one of the pieces of canvas. Now go through that same hole again, but this time joining both pieces together as if they were one. And you're going to do this for 3 of the 4 sides. So for the last side, you're only going to stitch around the front piece to leave an opening to slide in your picture. And that is the last step. If you want to add some letters at the top like I did, I've left a link in the description box below to a pattern I found on Google Images, and you can follow the pattern and spell anything you'd like. And I've also made a video on how I made the backing to the picture frame, so if you're interested in that, you can also find that link in the description box. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe if you did, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.